Okay, I want to show you how to make this little mouth plate thing. And I have stuffing in here, so you're going to have to leave a little bit of fiber fill close to you while you're making this face plate. And also I recommend going ahead and cutting out your eyes. This is one circle in black and one circle the same exact size in white, and I'll put pictures up so that you can see. And once you've got those two pieces cut out, then you want to cut out a half a circle, and then you'll cut that circle in half. So this speck and this speck was made from the same cut half circle, and then I just cut that half circle in half. And that you can see that they're both attached on the left side to make it look like he's looking, or that there's a reflection, I should say a light source coming from that direction. So go ahead and cut out your pieces, and then you can use your hot glue gun, and you just want to put a little bit of hot glue on the back of the black, and then attach with the white being slightly off-centered, and then attach those two pieces together. And once that's good and dry, then you can attach just a drop on the back of the white piece here, and then try to put it into place. And then get your eyes ready. With the nose, all I did was cut out a triangle piece of felt. This is felt, by the way. Triangle piece of felt, and then I just kind of cut to round off the sharp corners here and here, but I left the sharp corner down here. Just these two are rounded off, and then I glued this onto the face plate. See, it's only on the top. Most of it is open, and you can add a mouth if you like. So go ahead and get your felt pieces done, and I'm going to quickly show you how to do this face plate. Okay, so we're going to start this face plate the same way we did the head. You're going to chain 2, and in this very first chain, working over my tail here, I'm going to put 6 single crochets worked in that first chain, just like we did for our head. It's 4, 5, and 6. 2, 4, 6. Okay, so in this sixth, the very first single crochet that we did, you're going to want to put 2 single crochets in that stitch. So, whoops. In this very first stitch here, we're going to put 2 single crochets. And you're going to put 2 single crochets in all stitches around. We're going to increase our number 6 to 12 for round 2. So we got 2, 4, wait, let me make sure I got this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm halfway there. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, so in the 12th, the very beginning of your round 3 will be a single crochet. And then you'll want to do an increase. So 2 single crochets in the next stitch. Then you're going to repeat this for round 3. So I'm going to go ahead and just stick my hook here and grab my tail and bring it up, since this is such a small piece here. So that marks the beginning of my stitch here where I have this. So again, you want to do 1 single crochet and then an increase in the next stitch. You want to continue this for your row, and at the end of round 3 you should have 18 stitches. Getting close to my end here. I think this is the last one. Getting close to my stitch marker here, so I'm going to count. Should have 18 stitches. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17. Short one, so means I need to do it one more time. Then an increase. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Now it looks like I got one more. Okay, so at the end of round 3 you have 18 stitches. For round 4 you're going to single crochet 1 in the next 2 stitches, and then you're going to do an increase. Again, put 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches and then do an increase, and at the end of round 4 you should have 24 stitches. Okay, for round 5 we're going to be putting 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches and then do a single crochet increase. Again, put 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches and then do a single crochet increase. Okay, and at the end of round 5 you should have 30 stitches. So for round 6 you want to put 1 single crochet in each stitch around in all of your 30 stitches. Okay, once you come to the end of your row on you got 60 stitches on row 6, you did single crochet in all your stitches around, go ahead and cut your yarn. You can hide your tail. Hide my tail in the middle and pull that little space that's sticking out there. And when you get your eyes and everything done, it'll be easier to apply this. But as you're sewing it here, when you get it like most of the way sewn and you've got only a little spot here, that's when you want to go ahead and put stuffing inside there. Stuff it out until it gets, you know, kind of full but not too crazy. Then you can finish sewing the rest of that on. And then you'll get your eyes that you just made and put them, you know, around where you think that they'll look good, and then you can go ahead and set those ears where the eyes. I usually try to go like in a line outward like this, so you'll have your mouth here, put your eye here, and then your nose will go back here, kind of in a diagonal way. And now I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make the ears. Okay, so the ears are made using 2 different colors. I used blue for the center and then brown for the outside. So first I'm going to show you how to make the center, and then from the center we make the outside of the ears, and then I'll show you how to put them together and how to sew this on. So to make the inner part of the ear, again it's just the simple chain 2 method, where you'll chain 2 and then in that very first chain, like we've done before, putting our 6 single crochets in. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then for round 2, you'll do your increase like you did before, and you'll be putting 2 single crochets in each of your 6 single crochets around. We're going to increase to 12 again. So go ahead and increase to 12. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, for round 3, once you have your 12 stitches, you're going to be putting 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and then you'll be doing an increase. So 1 single crochet and then the next stitch 2 single crochets. Repeat that 6 more times. 1 single crochet and then 2 single crochets. Continue that all the way around, and at the end of this row you should have 18 stitches. Okay, once you've done round 3, you have 18 stitches. Go ahead and cut your yarn. Doesn't have to be a lot because we're not using this tail. So once you've got that done, you want to attach your next color. So you want to turn your work to your back, and then I'm going to attach my brown color, and I like to back out actually the very last stitch, last single crochet, and then finish my last stitch of my row with the new color. I'm going to tie those together just to give them a little bit more strength so they won't unravel. And then cut these tails down because they're just going to get in your way if you don't. Okay, so once you've got your color on here and everything, you're going to be switching to the back now. We're going to be working on the back stitches. And you want a single crochet, so I'm going to go ahead and chain 1 and go into that very first stitch. and you're going to put one single crochet going under both loops in all of your 18 stitches all the way around. Now for row 5, you're going to be doing one single crochet in all 18 stitches, but you're only going to be using this very front loop. And I'm going to skip this very first stitch. This chain here, and I'm going to go right into that very first stitch, grabbing up just that front loop, and do a single crochet. Again, you want to go, see how there's two stitches, 2 loops of the stitch? You just want to go into that front, grab up that front post here to do a single crochet on. And you can use your hook if you want to grab it like this. So put one single crochet worked in front loops only, all the way around, and just keep those tails out of your way. They're going to be stuffed in there in a minute. Okay, so for round 6 through 8, so for 4 rounds, you're going to be putting one single crochet in each of your 18 stitches around. So just keep on, and you're going under both loops for these four rows. So continue putting one single crochet in each of your 18 stitches around for rounds 6 through 8. You want to go ahead and turn your piece inside out, and then you want to push this blue part in, and that's how you get your ear. Now the back side you want to sew, and if you feel like you don't have enough space, like it's pulling or pushing this out too far, then by all means you can do one more row of single crochets all the way around. Maybe you should do 6 instead of 5. So once you've got your ear big enough to cover the blue as much as you need, then you're going to be going into one part of the ear, this side here, and I believe on the bear here I have a row 9, which is single crochet decrease. So I'm going to go ahead and do a single crochet decrease. You go in one stitch, pull up a loop, go in the next stitch, and you want to do a single crochet decrease all the way around. It's going to add another layer, add another row to your ear, and hopefully it'll shrink it down a little bit, make it easier to cover. Just do your single crochet decrease till you reach the beginning of your row again, which is there. Okay, so now put my ear back the way it was. Now it's going to close a lot easier. Now what you want to do here is just try to line your stitches up as much as possible and do a slip stitch to sew it. No set number, just do it until you've completely got it sewed and your ear looks fine on the other side. Then chain 1 and leaving a long tail, because remember you're going to be sewing this on your head here. So move that out of the way. So go ahead and make one more ear, but now with the ear I can show you a little bit better. You'll put your face plate down, because keep in mind this is going to be sewn on. Your bottom is going to be sewn. So right here where we began the decreases, you can see really well, that's going to be the border that you'll use for the bottom part. Start sewing up and around, and then when it gets up to about here, go ahead and stuff your piece and then finish sewing, and that'll give you the rest of the head that you can now put your eye on. So I had extra eyes I think in the other one to be able to show you, but on this one unfortunately I don't have extra cutout eyes, so I'm just going to use this. So you'll put your eye here, and then from this, like I was telling you before, more like diagonal back, you'll want to sew on your ear like this, and try to keep this one kind of rounded. I know with the unicorn Lovey I was telling you to you know, make it be more like an ear of a horse. But I didn't have the extra decreases either, and I had it pulled back more. So there's a little different design on the ear. But with the bear, you want to make sure that it stays nice and round. And how you sew the ear on, wait, it's here. So you can approach it like this. You're going to be sewing from the side. So you'll get your tapestry needle and you'll sew on from your ear to your head, from your ear to your head, and then flip it over on this side. And also do the same from the ear to the head, from the ear to the head. And then you can also put some stitches back here just to make it look nice and good. Then once you've got your ears on there and your eyes on there and your face plate on there, oh yeah, don't forget to put your little square, your triangle here, your rounded off triangle for your nose. Let me grab the afghan and I'll show you exactly where you need to sew it on your afghan. Okay, if you made it the exact same size afghan that I did, then only counting these wavy rows, see these wavy rows, not counting the double crochet rows, just the wave rows, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if you count up from the other side up, it should also be 7. And after the seventh row, you have a double crochet row here. Maybe I should show it from this side where the sun is. So you count up 7 rows of these wavy ones. So this would be the 7th, and then right up next is a double crochet row. Now you want to find the very middle of this double crochet row. If it helps, you can fold your afghan in half the long way. Find that center, and then this is where you're going to want to sew your head. And make sure that you have the good side. Well, I guess by now you have everything sewn on, the head and everything, the ears, the eyes and everything. So put your head in the middle as much as you can. Here's the middle here. You can see the middle row here. You want to attach it there. So you want to get your tapestry needle and you're going to sew from the head onto the actual afghan itself. Where's the row? Here. So say you're going to go in from the bottom part of this row and then attach it to your head the best way you can. And then you want to lift it up, and then you want to do the top part. So you sewed it on the bottom part of the row. Now you want to use the top part of the row as much as you can and sew it onto this other side of the head. So you'll have a bit of it sewn here and a bit of it sewn there. So you have kind of a wide neck. You want to use the whole row. Part of the head will be sewn on this side, and then the other part of the head will be on the top of the row sewn on this side. Then once you have your head sewn on, you'll grab your arm here. Move this out of the way here. Have your head sewn on, then you'll have your arm that you will stick up, sideways. You want it to be sideways on it, not long ways, but width. Put that right up against the row and the head here. First, you'll want to sew from your arm to the head. So make a sew all the way along the top, and then lift up your arm, and then you want to sew going from, you'll hold it like this, and you'll have your, and I got pictures that'll help you with sewing too. It's almost impossible to show sewing on a camera, but I showed it on pictures where you could see that I was going through the stitches on the arm and then into the afghan. So the top part, you're connecting it to the doll. Underneath, you're attaching it to that same row as best as you can. And that's how you'll attach your arms onto your guy. And then after that, you should be good to go. And that is how you make the teddy bear Lovey. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. So that's it, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to leave a comment and a like and subscribe. And if you always want to be notified whenever I release a new tutorial, you can go to my main YouTube page, click that little bell button to the side of the subscribe button to always be notified whenever I release a new tutorial. So that's it, guys. Thank you so very much for watching.